I'm Bonnie D. Graham, and this is Something to Talk About. Hi, is this the Ask Me Anything, Answer Me Everything hotline? Yeah, it's Bonnie. How are you? I know, we blew it out this time. No curls. Listen, can you believe it's the second half of 2016 already? Seriously? I know, where did the first half go? I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do for Hanukkah and New Year's Eve. I don't know, maybe it's a little early, but that's the way it is. Listen, I need to relax. I'm wondering if you could bring me some musicians. What better way to relax than with beautiful music? Bring me some musicians. I know this is a long stretch, it's a real reach, but I'd love to have some harp music on the show today. Harp, H-A-R-P, you know, those beautiful things that look like they came from heaven with the strings and they sound like heavenly music. You expect angels with fluffy wings to fly out of them when they're played right. Yeah, I know. Do you think you could find me a cup? I don't just want one harp, I want a harp concert. All right, throw in a couple of other instruments. That would be really great. I really appreciate it. I just need to relax. I think everybody does. Thanks. I'll talk to you soon. Hi, this is Something to Talk About. We're almost at episode 500. I can't even count them anymore. My agency, whoever they are on the other end of this red phone, did come through, and I'm delighted to present to you live here on Something to Talk About today from my little living room, a family known as the Happy Harps. We have Juliet Passer, the mommy. We have her mommy, Maya Passer, who's been playing the harp for longer than she's willing to admit, and we have Juliet's son, Gabe Passer Muslin, playing the cello, and we're going to start out with a concert of Johann Pachelbel's Canon in D major. So take a deep breath, let the cares of the day sink away from you, and enjoy. Here we go. Happy to present them. What are the sounds of two hands clapping ecstatically, effusively, admiringly? Juliet, Maya, and Gabe, that was absolutely lovely. We are live, by the way. We're streaming live on the internet at patv.org/live stream, all one word, no dashes. So if you know somebody who would enjoy this kind of music, we're going to surprise you in a few minutes. No more Baroque music. We're going to get into some more modern stuff. So let me tell you a little bit about who my guests are, and then we'll chat with them. Juliet Passer holds a BM and MM degree, both from the Manhattan School of Music, majoring in harp, conducting, and music education. She also holds a JD, that's a Juris Doctor degree, cum laude, from Cardozo School of Law, and she studied Soviet law at the Columbia University School of Law. She has practiced with international firms, and she's a harpist with her mom, Maya, the Happy Harps duo. Juliet, welcome officially. And now let me tell you that Maya, her beautiful mom, was born and raised in Kharkov in the Ukraine. She received musical training and master's degree. These ladies take this very seriously. They don't just sit down and practice it as a hobby. They go to school for this. From the Kharkov State Conservatory of Music, Maya was the principal harpist in the Donetsk State Symphony for 15 years and headed the harp music department in the Donetsk Special Music School. She has been a frequent performer on Russian TV and has a singing repertoire of more than 200 Ukrainian and Russian folk songs, comic and romantic. You going to sing for us today, Maya?
Next time.
Yes, you are?
Next time.
Next time, next time. And Gabe, since I don't have your bio, all I know is that you're handsome. You're, I think, in the 11th grade. Your mom and grandma are exceedingly proud of you. You're a wonderful cellist. I can see you there on the other side. I'm sure the girls are all swooning in the audience. Gabe, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I hope I haven't embarrassed you too badly. Go ahead.
Well, I've been playing the cello since I was in 4th grade, and I'm becoming a senior, so that makes it about 8 years now. Mm-hmm. The way that I picked my cello, it was a little strange. I guess the way it happened. Back in elementary school, when everyone had chorus class, mm-hmm. The orchestra and band teacher would go around and pick which students they wanted to play, in the orchestra and the band. So the orchestra teacher came to me. We left the room for a moment. He asked me, which instrument do you want to play?
I can see you now. Go ahead.
Which instrument do you want to play?
Gabe.
I got the choice of the violin mm-hmm. or the cello. And well, in my head, as a 4th grader, I thought, the violin's small, that's a pretty girly instrument, so I'm gonna go with the cello, big and manly.
Right.
And well, that's how it happened.
And you're 6 feet tall.
Yes.
And I was standing up because I couldn't see him through the harp. So you're the camera's getting me fine. So you're 6 feet tall, and you mentioned to me that today most of the cello players are girls anyway, right?
Yes. So
little girls. Tiny, diminutive girls. Thank you very much, Gabe. So, Gabe, what is it like playing concerts, performances with your mom and grandma? What does that feel like?
Well, there's a lot of pressure that you feel first off. And then a little bit of worrying. But in the end, it's all fun, being able to play with them. It's nice. Playing for the community is also good. And it also fills the community service hours, which I need for school. Very nice. And little birdie told me you want to be an astrophysicist. Is that true? Yeah, that's one of possible careers I'm considering. What is the second possibility? I haven't thought that far yet. Okay. Well, you got to fill one of those slots. So I'd say come up with a couple of others. Juliet, are you proud of your son?
Yes, I am. It's delightful. So many years of practice and cello teachers, and then finally I just asked Gabe. It wasn't as if I said, you have to play with us. I just said, well, is there something that you would like to do with us? And this is one of the pieces that Gabe plays. We also did last year some Christmas carols together. It was a lot of fun.
Very, very nice. Maya, how do you feel about having your grandson play with you in a trio? That's a treat, isn't it?
He is wonderful, wonderful.
Good.
We don't have even to force him. He just want to play.
Well, he's wonderful, and he gets it, right?
a very good boy.
He gets the music. Now, Gabe, I understand you're going to be leaving us for a few minutes to go into the control room and be our audio consultant
That's
to make
right.
sure that all the rest of the performance we're going to be treated to today from your mom and grandma are absolutely perfect. So we're going to let you go. You can unmic yourself, and Gabe is going to leave us, and we're going to narrow the set in just a minute. So now, Miss Juliet, what would you and the lovely Maya like to play for us?
We have something totally different for you this time around. It's a very well-known standard melody called Unchained Melody. A lot of people will recognize it.
Unchained Melody. Okay, so let's get a shot of Juliet and Maya, and let's hear Unchained Melody. Good. Absolutely beautiful. I noticed something. Can I have a one shot for a second? I want to talk to my camera there. Hello, Jamie. Jamie is new, joining us as an intern today. And hello to Melissa. We have two lovely interns working our cameras today. When you look at Maya Passer playing the harp, we'll look at her in a second. I said this music is like coming from heaven and the angels. Well, Maya is wearing a beautiful green gown. And because we're using green screen technology, we are seeing the fabric of her gown is being absorbed into the green screen, and we're seeing the sparkling lights of the Manhattan skyline in her dress. So let's have a shot of Maya. I told you it was like heaven, and we didn't even realize it. Can we get a close-up of Maya? Who's got the camera? There we go. If you look at Maya, take a look, Juliet and Maya, you can see the skyline right through her gown.
Oh my goodness, that's
so
true.
You are heavenly.
How amazing.
You are.
It looks fabulous.
You are a heavenly being. So without even realizing, I said we would have heavenly, and we've got heaven here. So Maya, you're twice as beautiful as you already are. There you go. So Juliet, tell me something. You know, when I was studying piano, when I was a young girl and taking piano lessons, the question was, well, you can't pack it in your car or in your bag like a flute or a violin or any other instrument. You can't take a drum set with you. You can't take a piano with you. So the question is, where you're going, do people have a piano that's tuned decently? So the question is, how do these scale as far as harps go? Are these big, medium, little? How far can you take? How big a car do you need to take these to a party?
Well, you know, my dad used to tell me, why don't you play flute? Because he and my brother ended up lugging harps around. And this is actually a smaller harp. I would say it's a medium size. It's called a troubadour lever harp. If you can see, these black levers represent actually black keys on the piano, and these are the white keys. So the reason we're tinkering here while we're talking is because we have to reset number of notes for the right key. And the big concert harp, which would be much taller, actually has pedals. So when you press a pedal, the whole set of strings get changed once. And so the big concert harp is much more versatile. But these harps are beautiful. They're actually built in the US by a wonderful master in the Midwest, and I think they have fabulous sound, and just takes a little bit of time for us to get ready.
The sound is lovely. Now, is there a smaller version of the harp that
There
you
is
could
a
travel
much
with?
smaller. There are even little tiny ones. Sometimes mom has older students, and for starters, they use really tiny ones that have maybe this many strings.
Oh my
And you can
goodness.
put it on your lap and just start your fingers going. So there are many different sizes.
Very, very interesting. Maya, what have you seen over the years? We don't talk about how many years, but you've been playing for a long, long time. What have you seen in terms of opportunities for students of yours who are now, I assume many of them are grown and professional, opportunities to play with orchestras or with jazz bands or other forms of other music styles? Are there more opportunities today because music has so many more genres? What do you see?
You know what, first, what we harpists would love to do a lot of years ago and now constantly, we want to make our instrument more popular. We want to let people know how beautiful it is. So we do a lot of arrangements for harps. so our repertoire can go wider and wider and wider. And year by year, in our days, harp is very, very popular. I'm happy to say it's a very, very popular instrument.
Are young people wanting to play the harp today in schools? Are you finding
Oh, yes.
it's got a following?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. More or less, more or less. In Europe now, harp is very active.
Now, are men playing the harp or mostly females? Juliet, what do you observe?
No, mainly.
Actually, two of the greatest harpists in the professional world were men.
Really?
And we have now a few younger men in Russia and in Europe mostly, although in the US too, I should be fair. Men play harp beautifully. It can be a very manly instrument, just as it can be a very heavenly and angelic instrument.
We usually see a woman in a beautiful black evening dress with a V-neck and a beautiful diamond necklace playing the harp. We see that.
Right.
That's what I think my part of the culture, that's what I'm used to seeing, is a woman playing with long flowing hair, very beautiful like the both of you ladies. So I don't think I've ever seen a male harpist, so maybe one day. So I know, let's see, we're live TV. We have 6 minutes. As I say this, we have 6 minutes and 50 seconds left. We want to save a minute for thank yous and credits. So what would you like to play in the rest of the time?
We'll play again something totally different. We'll play a selection from Sound of Music.
Okay, let's do it. Thank you, Juliet and Maya Passer. what did I ask my hotline? I said, send me some musicians to give me music that will calm me down and take away the stress of the hurried pace. And I have to thank my hotline because you sent me the perfect people. I'm going to ask Gabe to come back in because, Gabe, we're almost done with the show, and I want you to be here when we go out over the credits. And we now at 2 minutes and change here. Gabe, come on back and take your seat next to your mom, please. And thank you. Did you work hard in there, Gabe? Being a music consultant, I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. You got your microphone on?
I'm not sure.
Okay, it looks like it's on. So I just want to make sure. There we go. Okay, we've got our crew back. So 2 minutes and 34 seconds. We're going to start to do the credits at when we go to a minute out. So Brandon, get ready. So I just want to ask you, Juliet, what's next for you and your Happy Harps?
We will do a series of community concerts around Long Island. We have some in local libraries, and we do churches and synagogues, and anybody who would like to hear beautiful harp music. It really is truly wonderful to share our talent with the community. So I'm just so happy to be playing. Again, thanks to Mom.
Yep.
I am happy to have my son here. So
All in the
we're
family.
That's right, happy to be playing.
And we have some contact information for you in the closing credits. Gabe, what's next for you quickly this summer? What are you up to? Any classes, summer school, any music?
No.
Nope. You're just
hanging
taking
out.
it, hanging out. That's a good thing. Hanging out with the cello. Maya, what's next for you? Anything special?
Oh, yeah. Next to me, a lot of arrangements for the harp
Wonderful.
to make our repertoire better
Beautiful.
and more interesting.
Beautiful. And I want to say thank you to my crew. They worked so hard to put this show on. We had so much technical details, so many details to take care of. A special thank you to Jason Hodge, our consultant here at PATV, to my director, Brendan Duffy, to Eric Newman. Thank you so much. We have our two wonderful interns here. We have Jamie Lazan. Did I get it right? And we have Melissa Kaplan. Thank you, ladies. We have Patrick Kelleher also in the control room. Patrick, thank you for, I think you're doing the, oh, you're on audio. Well, it's all about the audio. So Patrick, thank you very much for taking on a tough job, and everybody for pulling together. So let's see our closing credits. Brendan, we're down to 46 seconds, and I'm going to just say there's always something to talk about. Can we roll our credits, Brendan? We're waiting. There you go, the Happy Harps. We have Juliet and Maya and Gabrielle Gabe, and there's Juliet's email address if you want to get in touch with her. Jay Passer, there we go. There's my crew, Brandon and Eric and Patrick and Melissa and Jamie, Armando. Oh, we've got somebody else's background behind us. That's kind of cute. We left the city and we're in the country. See what the music did for us? And let's see our sponsor screen real fast there. Go to our sponsor screen. Whoever's on Chiron, there we go. We have bagels and red hair. What can I tell you? Everybody remember quickly, there's always something to talk about. There's always something to talk about. One more time. There's always something to talk about.